Some homework to do before you've got an appointment with an investor. What do? One of the most important things, hugely practical, is ask how much time you have. Because if you've got something that takes about an hour to get through and they decide that you have 15 minutes, and you don't know that until you're in the 12th minute when they say, oh, I got another meeting, it's really, really, really frustrating. So establish the length of time in advance. If you need overheads, make sure that there's a projector or bring your projector. Arrive early. I mean, this is like one of the most basic things. If you show up 5-10 minutes late, say, there's lots of traffic, I'm sorry, there was a traffic jam. It's almost disrespectful, and it's just a reason for that investor to set back. Arrive early. I mean, I show up to places 40 minutes early, and I sit in my car and wait for the time to pass. I waste a lot of time arriving early, but it makes a lot of sense. Another really key point is be who you want the investor to invest in. This relates to kind of your shopping, not just begging. If you say you're a bunch of things in order to get an investment, and you're not those things, chances are nothing will ever happen. So one of the great liberating things about raising money is it does take a lot of energy, persistence, and patience, but you all the time can be yourself and should be yourself, because you don't want to have to change who you are depending on who the investor is. First impressions are huge. That relates to arriving on time. Do not take these meetings as opportunities to make jokes about political parties. Do not wear clothes that you think make a statement about you. And I suppose that if you only want people who will invest in someone that looks like the way you like to be, then you should wear whatever you want. But I say. You should, you're under scrutiny, but let some of the externalities drift into the background for a while. You'll have plenty of time to show that you're a hysterical person, that your politics are right, that you have fun in the evening and whatever. It's just not worth the risk. If you're part of a team, give those team members a real good shot at either responding to the questions about their expertise or taking a piece of the presentation. Don't be a lone ranger if you're dependent on a team to do it, and you want someone to invest in that team. Short, simple, precise, clear. Surviving due diligence.
How much time do we have, Dan? About 10 minutes?
15.
15, okay. I'll try to be short on this. Due diligence is a good thing. Basically due diligence is that you've gotten to the point probably after 3 or 4 or 5 meetings where they're actually seriously considering investing in you. And due diligence for a startup should be pretty simple. For an established company, it isn't simple because you have a history. But for a startup, you don't have any history. So it should be pretty simple. Again, due diligence is like, just a lot of times investors will go ahead and engage consultants, technical consultants, to take a look at your business, to take a look at your technology. Maybe they'll have an analyst, and a lot of times the analysts are pretty young kids, maybe 2 or 3 years out of an MBA program, and they'll come in and they'll test your assumptions for your projections. They'll look at your business plan. So again, sometimes people take it the wrong way. I had a client, and it was we're actually doing a public offering, and the underwriter sent in somebody to do due diligence, and the lady who was doing the accounting work, and I'm not sure why she was doing the accounting work, but she was doing the accounting work. She was a wife of the owner, the husband. She wouldn't let these people see the payroll. I mean, these people invest $15, $20 million. You're not going to let them see the payroll? I mean, she was insulted that people are doing that. Don't be insulted. It's a good thing. Due diligence is a good thing.
When people pay an analyst to do due diligence, and they often are younger people, they have the mindset that they're there to find problems. And so they will be brutal. But it's because they're worried about themselves and doing their job. They're not projecting an attitude about this particular investment. It's just the motion that they're going through. So separate yourself from the action.
And there is a process typically in any investment firm where there is a report. There are sections in the report, competition, marketing, management, that this person who's doing due diligence, after they leave your place, has to go ahead and write up. So, they have a little check mark that will cover this, this, and this. So, again, please don't feel insulted. Feel honored that somebody's doing due diligence on you.
These are final thoughts, and I'll go through them quickly. Wear your business, talk it up, work your elevator pitch. I have friends who are starting business, and that's the only thing they want to talk about. And they're not boring. They're just totally fixated on it. So wear your business, talk it up. Knowing someone is the single most important factor. We talked about that. You must network. If there's one thing that you get out of this is like, keep broadening your network, keep reaching out, keep doing more and more across more and more people, and it will hit. You never know when you will trigger someone's interest in help. Seek mentors, collect advisors. Don't think I'm an entrepreneur, I'm starting a business. I'm in this little bubble, it's going to be cool. I can keep my own hours, I can do whatever I want. Welcome people who are there to help you, and collect advisors. And the hardest thing in the world, because it is frustrating, is appearing frustrated or discouraged. If you show any of that in, not even with exchanges with investors, but just with your friends will start saying, he seems down or she seems down. And, it's not happening for them, and they'll tell their friends, and then this network effect starts spreading out about how it's not working because someone saw you and you weren't up. So you really need to keep that in mind. There's the equation, and even though this guy looks remotely like me, it's not me. This guy is sitting in an elevator. You're leaving this conference. The elevator door opens, and this guy's standing there. Talk to him. You gotta have a. I'm being facetious, but you just don't know. This guy might know someone who will invest in your company. Wear the opportunity on your sleeve, and have fun and be energetic about it. We have 10 minutes for questions if there are any, but that's our presentation.